as the film scene continues to evolve in the Twin Ports, the next film festival is coming up this weekend. The North by North International Film Fest is taking place at Zeitgeist and will feature films from across the globe. But one show you're not going to want to miss has a special tie to the Northland Beyond the Northwoods. It was not only filmed in Duluth, but it also features an all-local cast and crew. And joining us now here today is Matt, Lance, and Henriette, who all have special ties and are involved in this production. Guys, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course. Well, if you want to just start off by saying a little bit about your role in this production and kind of what you do.
Sure, I'm Matt, actor slash filmmaker in this production. I play the lead villain, who has a very mysterious tie to the other characters and events that take place in this film, and I'm usually filming myself in smelfy mode whenever you see me on the camera.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm Lance. I produced this project. I wrote and directed it. I also act in it a little bit, so kind of just everything. I play a YouTuber in it, basically, and my character is kind of the reason everything starts happening.
Perfect.
I am Henriette. I am one of the actors, and I also shoot a lot of the movie myself because I play the YouTuber's right-hand man, shooting all of his content, and through my recording of all of it, you kind of discover a lot.
Perfect. Well, without giving too much away of the production, can you kind of tell us a little bit about Beyond the Northwoods and what people can expect if they come see it?
Yeah, Beyond the Northwoods is a found footage horror movie in the same vein as the Blair Witch Project, I would say. It's kind of an attempt to make a found footage movie as if the Blair Witch Project were shot today. So a lot of things are updated in it. It was shot on an iPhone. It doesn't feature film students like the Blair Witch does. It features content creators. And it's about an out-of-town YouTuber who comes to make a video about some disappearances in the woods, specifically at Lester Park. So that's where most of the movie is shot. So he's there to kind of exploit some tragedies that have happened. And because it's a horror movie, you know he's probably going to get punished for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so being from this area mostly, what is it like to be able to film a production right here in your hometown, but then also have it be showcased at a film festival here as well?
I mean, I would just use the word surreal. It always just feels very like amazing and cool, but in just the weirdest way, because we walk these trails every day. We live here. We know what they look like. And then to actually film something to sort of recontextualize these sites that we're all familiar with and make them kind of scary, that alone is kind of, it changes the way you look at the town, the woods, and everything. And then to be in our town with our community and to see it on the big screen, it's just a whole nother layer to it. It really just feels incredible to be able to do all of this here and to share it with everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. How about you guys? Anything about filming here and living here and having this showcased here?
Yeah, it's home. We're showing the world what our home is.
Yes.
And it's a good incentive to bring others to town that might want to use our home for their own purposes as well.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the public is going to see this movie, and lots of the public is going to be right here from Duluth, so they'll be able to recognize different parts and be like, oh, I never thought of it this way, or maybe there could be something out here. And then a large majority of the other public that we'll see are going to be from out of town, so they're not going to be as familiar with these places, but they can create all these same stories that we can too.
Yeah, it's like when you watch a movie that just mentions Duluth or mentions your hometown, and you relate to it a lot more than somebody else would who maybe has never been here or doesn't have these memories or these ties to these areas, right?
Exactly.
It's kind of interesting too. Duluth gets mentioned in popular media a lot. It's an offhanded reference in a lot of things, so much so that there's like Facebook pages and groups dedicated to keeping track of the references, and it just kind of feels like there's an energy here, like people want to make stuff here and the whole world seems to know it, so it feels good that it's time.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lance, I know that you are pretty involved in the film festival itself as well. Can you kind of talk a little bit about, if people are coming to the festival, what they can expect down there?
Yeah, so the North by North, it's the first year festival. This is up and running this year for the first time, and we're having filmmakers from all around the world come down. It's an international festival. The people who are working on it are great. I'm excited to meet a lot of them. I actually haven't yet. This is kind of a coming together of community, I would say, especially after the last 3 or 4 years. It's really great that there's going to be this festival that's kind of reaching out to everyone, but also has a strong local showcase and a strong sense of local community.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, guys. We really appreciate you coming on out and seeing it. And here are the details on when you can watch Beyond the Northwoods. Like we mentioned, it's premiering at the North by North International Film Festival on Sunday, May 1st at 5 p.m. It's happening at Zeitgeist in Duluth. Tickets are $12, and you can buy them advance online. We also have a link on CBS3Duluth.com, and we'll be right back after the break.